Good evening and welcome to Poetry Open Mic at Sovereign Kava. My name is Kevin Evans. It's probably apparent at this time that I'm not Caleb Beissert. He couldn't make it in tonight, unfortunately. But we're still going to be here all night. Now, speaking of all night, there's still a little bit of room on the list up here. So y'all be sure to come on up and sign up if you haven't yet, or if you're interested in signing up. Let's see, where do I begin? So I do have a few announcements. Well, first of all, I believe it's Saturday night, Jeff Sipe Trio will be playing at 9 p.m. here. It's Friday night? Pardon me, that might be Friday night. It is Friday night for the Jeff Sipe Trio? Okay, cool. All right, so that's Friday night. And of course, every Wednesday night we do the open mic here at Sovereign Kava. And coming up as part of the Fringe Festival, Poetry Cabaret, which I'm a part of, Caleb Beissert, Aaron Price is a part of, Michael Coyle. We'll all be performing March 21st at 6 p.m. It'll be part of the Fringe Festival, so you have to go online at the Asheville Fringe and check out the tickets. But that's March 21st at 6 p.m. and March 24th at 9 p.m. But y'all be sure to check that out. But for now, I'll just get into some things. And I will start with a little harmonica. Thanks. All right, so I'm going to read a poem that I'm not sure if I've read here or not before, because I found it in the past few months. It's called Kills, and it was written June 25th, 2012. And in this sense, kills really means like a heartbreak type of thing, more so than literally, you know. When I get bit by your spirit, are you there? Are you in here? I sit here just to listen and feel it. Suddenly disappear, disappears. Your lowly mumbles on me when I'm lonely. Show me how to be humble if I start getting phony. Too far from the old me unnaturally. I have a piece of a key somebody broke. just like an old piece of me upon you still choke, as if concrete raw egg yolk straight out of the crack, when it's too late to take it back, and you'd hate to waste any of that. When I get bit by your spirit, did you ever hear a grin with your back turned like a sweet bad burn after you first learned to walk away and you search? Never again can you replicate such a burn. Cigarettes, your spirit's ashes, your body's tragic, and it's convulsing an orgasmic ocean overflowing with things too good and deep to let live. Swim and sleep with all the fish. When I get bit by your spirit and its mouth don't even know no language, just a certain way the wind swang it, like a wooden door abandoned to the season's breeze a slamming. You in the hammock get tossed into the grasses near the trees, crush your glasses, and just a laughing. Then the rain happens, then the bang happens, the cry and the spill, the 9th hour of ominous thrill. When I get bit by your spirit, sometimes it kills. Thank you. And I'm gonna keep it moving here with the list tonight. First of all, I'd like to say happy Women's History Month. March is Women's History Month. And on that note, I'd like to introduce my mother, Sharon Evans. She's gonna read something that's a surprise. I don't even know what she's gonna read, but I welcome her and I thank her. So y'all welcome Sharon Evans to the stage.
Good evening to everyone. I want to thank Kevin for putting me on first because as life goes, the older you get, the earlier you want to go to bed. And I'm a person that goes to bed with the chickens, and it reminds me of my mother and all of the things that she would say, night ain't got no eyes, and so on and so forth. And with that theme in mind, I'm doing a piece that I call Cliche. It was written May 24th, 1923. Cliche. It's near 4 a.m. and I can't sleep. So here I sit outside in the midst of a rain while smoking a cigarette and drinking coffee. It was a dream that seemed so real that I awoke to engage in the conversation. I felt you touch me as you lay beside me. I felt your breath against my neck. I turned my head to look at you as you said, it will all be different on Monday. I asked you softly, why? You were silent as you placed your hand on my side. You looked more beautiful than I had remembered before. As I lifted my body toward yours, I reached to stroke your neck and ask you, please tell me what you meant, but you faded away. I was alone in the room talking to myself. It left me wondering, should I have stayed asleep in that dream? It wasn't an unpleasant dream. It was just too real. So I started to pack my bags to leave the place where I've been. And I still have weeks before I'm set to leave. I hoped that the dream would leave my mind if I changed my thoughts, but it did not help me find the sleep I need. So I played my music to help me sleep and remembered when I was a child, I did the same thing. Then I remembered some 40 years before, I'm playing the same songs. I'm feeling the same emotions. Does it ever change? See, I thought the future would change, and it did all around, but it didn't change me. I'm the same as I've always been, and now the future is the past, and the past is present, and future is merged into the same. Now, some people say, music can be sad. Don't play that song. I say, the song is not sad, but simply a reflection of what I already feel. I'm no good at hiding my emotions from me, even when no one else can see. I feel what I feel, but in the middle of the night, when no one else is around, the emotions rule. Please, please don't tell me to pray. That's a given. I pray for relief. I pray for me to change. So don't tell me to pray. Now 5 hours in and sleep evades me. Like a werewolf, I'm tortured day and night. Just a lone wolf at the howling at the moonlight lit night. I'm searching for my pack. Now I'm a long way from home. And if home is where the heart is, then home is gone. All the love I feel for you, sometimes it's too much to feel. The thoughts of you invade my sleep, and dreams are all too real. How sad for you, they say. Now tell me what's so wrong. I just told you, cliches. Thank you.
Let's keep it going for Sharon Evans. Thank you. And next up on the mic tonight, we've got Chloe Da Silva. Is Chloe in the house? Y'all welcome Chloe to the stage. Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah, it just sounds differently when it's plugged in, so I don't know. I'm sure you can hear it without it. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Hello, I'm singing. Sorry. I'm singing a song, a mantra from a beautiful book called Japji. It's part of a Sikh text, the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib, and yeah, the words are really old. They're thousands of years old, so hopefully I can bring into some ceremony or, I hope you enjoy it. Uta karam likyana jai Vara data til matamai Kite mange jorapar Kitya ganit nahe vichar Kite kap tu te vikar ki te lele mu karapai, ki te more kai kai. Ki te aduk buka saramat, ebi tatari tatar, banda kulase bane oi, hora kena sake koi. Jeko kai kakan pai, ojane jitiamo kai, ape jane ape de, ake sebi ke, jisno bakase sifit salau, nanika patisa I patisau. Antina sivite kenante, antina karane denante, antina vacant sunanante, antina jape kyaman mante, antina jape kitakat, antina jape paravat. Antikaran kate bilalai, take antina pai jai. Eo antina jane koi, bauta ke, bauta oi. Vara saiv ucha tau, uche upar ucha now. Evara ucha ove koi, tiso cheko jane soy, jevara jane apa, nanek nadri karmi date. Nanek nadri karmi date. Nanek nadri. Nanak, Nanak, Nanak Nadri Karami Date. I'm just going to read a couple poems and then thanks. I am carried to an evening that is clear. The green forest calls my name and love rolls to my palms. Yes, my love, you can simply be. The grace holding the night now unfolds in strength as a structure, as my walking, a softness that moves the universe and written to be seen. My beloved, I am engaged. My breath moves me like a tide. Man, I'm outside. The setting sun is slow setting pinks and red. Every minute my heart is red. She turns and I am in love. Thanks. Just one more. Like leaves I hold you. You can stay in my arms as long as you want. I am part of you. Me and you together like the moon and sea. My heart blooms when I hold your hand. Stay near like the earth. My love, we will be looking at forever. A gift to be with meaning, to be with your beauty and kindness. Thanks.
Let's keep it going for Claude da Silva. And I do have another announcement. Tomorrow night, if anybody is interested in more open mic, tomorrow night at the Shakedown Lounge, every Thursday night they have an open mic down in Hendersonville, North Carolina. That's on 7th Avenue. So y'all check that out. My buddy Michael Coyle hosts that as well, and he will be performing with the Artificial Poetry Cabaret, which is basically AI. But that's on March 21st and 24th, part of the Fringe Festival. But yeah, tomorrow night, Hendersonville, open mic once more. So y'all be sure to check that out. I believe it starts around 7 o'clock. All right, next up on the list, we've got Rowan Farb. Y'all welcome Rowan to the stage.
Very excited. Thank you. I'm gonna read two things I wrote yesterday. I'm probably gonna go over 5 minutes a little bit. I'm sorry. And the second one I'm gonna yell, but the first one, I don't know. The last relationship I was in, I never really wrote anything about, and we kind of kept breaking up and getting back together and getting in these awful fights, and really just getting in a vicious cycle that, like, since I've just watched so many people in my life go through. And I was just kind of thinking about that yesterday. So this poem's about that. Dearest lover, can you still hear me? You sound so harsh through your telephone. In 10 small months, it seems, we turned such ease, finally, to enmity. How many threads to re-intertwine this time, just do you think? Ouroboros, are you hungry? Time for your cycle now to end. Thanks. I don't know. It's kind of short, but I'm really happy with it. Thank you. The second one's just kind of about a lot of what's going on in the world right now. I don't know. I'm someone who gets really overwhelmed by my phone, and just a lot of the instant update stuff just really drives me fucking crazy sometimes. So this poem's about that, really. But who presses the seal down on what's right or wrong? And have they been in the bathroom jerking off for 40, 50, 100, 200? Sell it to the highest bidder, can we please? File your taxes today. There's still some movement left in Gaza, and we're almost out of bread. Here, take this flaming globe and make it go. I need it to work again. Where the fuck is my food? Where the fuck is my food? Table 43 is nursing a conniption because you forgot the breadsticks again, man. 16 dead in Iowa today in a middle school shooting. Several others injured. Suspected perpetrator now dead. Make a payment today. Make a payment today. Make a payment today to avoid further penalties. You have a new voicemail. Did you see what I sent you? You should watch what I sent you. Breaking news. Creep wins primary in all 69 states. In other news tonight, minimum wage laws soon ringing in a hefty 15 years untouched. A resounding ode to stepfathers everywhere. You've got a new match. You've got a new match. We've found a new match for you. All the king's horses and all the king's men could not put the castle back together again. And so every time it rained, and every time somebody felt like singing of war, we mistook it for a sign. See, what people don't realize is it's the iPhone 19 that will save us. If you covet your own warmth, the only thing you will know is fire. Thanks. I don't know. They're both really rusty, but thank you so much for hearing them. Tip these guys, please.
Yes, let's keep it going for Rowan Farb. And please do tip the bartenders. I saw Savvy over there, Sin, Low. So, yeah, take care of them always. And tip the sound staff, too. And the video staff. Tip everybody. Tip yourselves. All right. So we're still on the 5-minute spots here. Next up, we've got Keenan. Is Keenan here? Y'all welcome Keenan to the stage. Got a little music coming up.
Howdy, y'all. I'm gonna play a song that I wrote a couple months ago, and I wrote it about a friend of mine's father growing up, and it goes like this. Looking back at my life, I wonder where I went wrong, choosing you or the battles I lose, where I lost time after time. "50 years old and there's no one to hold. The pain is so deep I could die. Who out there could love me when they could choose a young guy?" Work most my days and I'm home. I sometimes get out at night to go see a woman in a hotel room. For an hour she make me feel right. I got a son out in Philly. He don't call me no more. I hope he knows I'm sorry for the way I go back to the Lord. Step ladder set up in the yard. A note I wrote and pinned to the door. And as my body is falling, I ain't suffering no more. Thanks to a shotgun I bought at the store. I got time for another, so. This song's written by Utah Phillips about the coal miners. Made famous by Waylon. By the banks of the river, where the willows hang down, the wild birds who warble with a low morning sound. Way down in the holler, where the river runs cold. It was there I first listened for the lies that you told. Now I lie on my back and I see your sweet face. The past I remember, time can't erase. And letters you wrote me, they're written in pain. And I know that your conscience still echoes my name. Now if the ladies were blackbirds, if the ladies were thrushes, I'd lie there for hours in the chilly cold marshes. If the women were squirrels with their high bushy tails, I'd load up my shotgun with rock salt and air. I load up my shotgun. Thank you.
Yes, let's keep it going for Keenan. And I do want to mention, we do welcome all forms of artistic expression here. All. So y'all got to get creative and freak us out even more sometimes and show us something we haven't seen before as far as inventing an art form or whatever you choose to do. Because this is an open mic, the longest running one in Western North Carolina at this time. And I thank y'all for joining us. Next up on the list, we've got, pardon me if I mispronounce, Alaia. Y'all welcome Alaia to the stage.
Hello. How's this? Hello, everyone. My name is Alaia Noug, and I am a traveling poet here from Tucson, Arizona. Thank you. It's my first time in North Carolina, first time having Kava, so I'm super excited to be here. 6 months ago, I quit my admin job at the University of Arizona and embarked on a road trip to travel across the country and share poems from my new book, A Human Moon. So this just came out last month from Dynamo Verlag Press. You can buy it online or buy it from me for $15. Just saying. You can't afford not to buy it. So this book centers on the themes of horror, identity, mythology, and being in relationship with others, and I'll just share 3 poems from it. So this first poem is about the horrors of puberty, some of them. At the mall. A piercing machine aimed by a teen at the small of the still healing lobe barely misses, punctures air instead. I take my best friend's safety-pinned wrist and pull her toward the crush of bodies, body sprays, sprays of forget-me-nots. She cartwheels into the current with the gymnast grace which will later fail her once and never again. But for now, initiates us into the food court where our boyfriend is waiting, saving our seats. He asks me to marry him, and I decline. He asks and asks, cashing delicious refusal. We spend all Sunday this way. This next poem is called Barbie's Dream Home Invasion. I check the locks, chain link slid into position, deadbolt bolted, the shackle on my perfect ankle still rattling, plastic turkey forever ready in the oven, waiting to be admired. But as I yearn my mitted hand toward it, I am compelled to turn again. The door ajar, my work undone. I chain, bolt, shackle again, smooth my blonde locks. I nearly settle into my seat, and then the window, it gapes fully open. Inside dissolves into outside, and the essence of my signature scent, sugar cookies and gasoline, gets sucked into the night, beckoning a horde of hooligans. Though I am famed for my figure and composure, both crumble as I sink into the tile, my smile distended into silent sobs. Only from the floor can I see that my house is missing a wall. It was not damaged, but built that way by design. The table for two, the hot pink vanity, the gauzy canopy veiling my sleep, all of it belonging to everyone but me. Shackle, bolt, chain. All right. Thank you. So I have one more. I'll give a little bit of background. This last one is called Excarnation, referring to the burial practice of leaving remains out in the wild to be scavenged by critters and ravaged by the elements. So there are ancient cultures in what is now modern-day Turkey who believed that the vulture, through performing excarnation, carried the soul to the deity to be judged. And it seems to me that there's a possible connection between this myth of the this myth of the vulture and the myth of the stork, who brings babies down to earth from heaven to live again on earth, perhaps in a reincarnated form. So this poem is called Excarnation. In the vulture's domain, I am native to death. Every backward step home, I bore my body, which clutched in turn the season's fashion. Now it is time to serve myself up as hors d'oeuvre on a plateau platter, garnished with carnage. I've eaten, lords. No, I've gorged on provisions of unknown provenance. I've gourmandized without asking how or why or whom I fed upon. Nor have I considered the vulture and what must pass through her gullet for her to pass judgment. My form holds light as fingers laced and waits. She pecks politely at my flesh, slightly masking her distaste at what she finds, what I no longer hide. Bald head rouged with blood, she emerges with a verdict, surges skyward, abandoning my bones to calcine in the sun. Bird of paradise, bird of prey, She will bear me back again one day, swathed in pearly linen, partially forgiven. Thank you so much for listening. A Human Moon. Feel free to come chat with me about it. Thanks again.
Let's keep it going for Alaia. And check out the book, The Human Moon. Only $15. All right, so now we're segueing into the 10-minute section of this open mic. And the first name on here, number 7, is, I think the last word is Beavers. I can't quite make out the first word.
Parachuting Beaver.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sorry. Parachuting Beavers. It was very creatively written, I must say. So y'all welcome Parachuting Beavers to the stage.
No. Yeah. Howdy, y'all. I'm going to start with a song that's off of an album I'm working on about the transgender experience. And the song doesn't have a good title. I'm calling it The Girl That's Got to Be Free for now, but I think I can come up with something better than that. The clock keeps ticking and I keep kicking this chair I'm sitting in for 2 whole hours without any power to make the situation end. They thought it'd be best for my interest, I guess, to let the grown-ups talk privately. It can't get any worse because the middle school nurse is telling my folks about me. And it's all because I chose a different name. And how I identify. Why does that make some people go insane? And write a stupid parents' bill of rights? Me, I'm just trying to honor the girl who has got to be free. If it causes an uproar, so be it. I won't apologize for being me. Here they come at last, and my folks look aghast, 'cause Nurse Ratchet threw me under the bus. Told them just what it means to have a transgender teen. Now my parents look ready to cuss. I expected the sack, so I started to pack. But my father, I told my family I'd leave right away. But my father said, wait, we're not agents of hate. We simply don't know what to say. And it's all because I chose a different name. And how I identify. Why does that make some people go insane? Write a stupid parents' bill of rights. Now I'm just trying the girl who has got to be free. If that causes an uproar, so be it. I won't apologize for being me. I'm not brave, I'm just being myself. Not gonna cave for somebody else. Trying to pave a way through this hell for the people that come after me. So I taught them our ways, what were tired old cliches, what the questions they could and can't ask. The pronouns are key to my identity, and they finally got a grasp. Now I want to be seen so the people are mean and hateful. I kind of blew that last verse. It's all because I chose a different name. How I identify. Go insane. Write a stupid parent's bill of rights. Now I'm just trying to honor the girl who has got to be free. If it causes an uproar, so be it. I won't apologize for being me. I won't apologize for being me. I won't apologize for being me. Sorry about the screw-ups. I think for my next song, I'm going to do a Margot Price song called Wild Women. The music and the parties, Jack Daniels and speed. Looking for an answer, but a question's what I need. I only want to ramble, it's the one thing on my mind. I don't want this trouble, but it's all I ever find. Riding down the highway, masquerading every night. It's hard to be a mother, a singer and a wife. All the men, they run around and no one bats an eye. I don't want this trouble, but it's all I ever find. Wild women, they don't worry. Got no time for the blues. They kill the pain, beat the devil in a hurry. Wild women, no, they don't worry. Every time I slow it down, I always get the blues. I've lost more than most my age, but I've still got more to lose. And I might seem a little crazy when I come through your town, but the devil, he won't get me if I've got the hammer down. Wild women, they don't worry. Got no time for the blues. They kill the pain, beat the devil in a hurry. Wild women, no, they don't worry. while women, no, they don't worry. While women, no, they don't worry. Thank you. Well, I've still got about 2 minutes. I just got to decide what I'm going to do. Purr, purr, little pussycat purr. So much better having you around and not her. The only two things that you need from me are food and water and to go out to pee. So purr, purr, little pussycat purr. Never spent much time with a feline, but the learning curve was surprisingly benign. All I had to offer was a saucer of milk and a lap, and the warm sunny space where you could take a nap. So purr, purr, little pussycat purr. So much better having you around and not her. The only things that you need from me are food and water and to go out to pee. So purr, purr, little pussycat purr. Purr, purr, little pussycat purr. Purr, purr, little pussycat purr. Thank you. And I want to leave you with one thought. Friends, don't let friends vote for Mark Robinson.
All right, let's keep it going for parachuting beavers. And next up, I'm not sure if he's still here, but if you are here, George Baisley. Is George Baisley out there? All right, we might have to get back to George. Next up on the list, we've got a regular, Nicholas. Y'all welcome Nicholas to the stage.
Hey everyone, I'm Nicholas, and I'm going to be playing a few originals for you guys. This first one's called Beyond. Somewhere beyond the stream of time, somewhere beyond you'll find there is a certain state, there is a feeling to embrace. It's something that has begun. It's something that's never done. It goes by many names, but the
is supernatural and universal, one with everything. The Spirit is giving a new way to see. It's metaphysical and meaningful, one with everything. Somewhere way beyond. It's not about who is God, 'cause you're the one who goes beyond. It's not about who's right or wrong. What matters is we all belong, and the Spirit is living in you and me. It's supernatural and universal, one with being. The Spirit is giving a new way to see. It's metaphysical and meaningful, one with everything. Somewhere way beyond. As the years roll by, I feel the changing in my mind. The only thing that stays the same is the waking of my soul. And the Spirit is living in you and me. It's supernatural and universal, one with everything. The Spirit is giving a new way to see. It's metaphysical and meaningful, one with being. Somewhere way beyond. Somewhere way beyond.
Thank you. This next one I'm playing is called The Way, and it's one of the first few songs that I wrote.
When I wake, I start each day with a fresh sense to love in new ways, so that when I go about, I'll have no doubt that I am loved, and purpose is in knowing you're here for a reason, growing, finding your own way. The weight of life is hard to see when blind, but look hard and you will find what was lost is the key to shine. From yesterday's pain, yielding love divine. A seed will grow, just give it time. And let love grow, dear friends of mine. See the balance intertwined. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. soul, body, and the mind. 'Cause truth may seem hard to really know unless you let the three unfold. And purpose is in knowing you're here for a reason, growing, finding your own way. The weight of life is hard to see when blind, but look hard and you will find what is lost holds the key to shine. From yesterday's pain, yielding love divine. A seed will grow, just give it time. And let love grow, dear friends of mine. See the balance intertwined. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. So when you see the need for healing, show some grace and love unyielding, 'cause the hardest part of love is knowing it's meant for everyone. And when I lay my head to rest, I pray my soul be continued blessed, knowing well I tried my best to live in love that manifests. And purpose is in knowing you're here for a reason, growing, finding your own way. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yes, that was Nicholas. We'll keep it going for Nicholas. And I thank all of y'all for coming through tonight. And so you should definitely give yourselves a hand. Take care of the bartenders and all that good stuff. The sound guys are tough, but you need to take care of them extra well, because you don't know how sensitive they might really be. All right. So, oh yeah, all performers, you get a free double shot of Kava. So just remember that if you're into Kava. Even if you're not into Kava, still take it. So next up on the list, we've got Joe Shelton. Let's welcome Joe Shelton to the stage.
All right. So I'm super glad that we're broadcasting and filming, because now that way this bit of schmutz on my shirt can be forever memorialized. Forever schmutz. Isn't that a... Forever schmutz. All right. I have 3 songs about birds. I'm sorry, 3 poems about birds and a couple of songs. This is Renewal. Oven fresh, so it might get an edit before the next time you hear it. A car whooshes by on a thin, thin layer of water on the asphalt of Old 70 by the Veterans Cemetery, where the skeletal tangle of trees crowd all along the horizon and claw up at the drizzling, miserable March grayness. Their naked branches ache and yearn to sprout lime green as before. An unseen cardinal, still bright red in my mind, begins each of his 3 repeated downward glissandos with a sharp accented pop, then lets free a semi-automatic clucking of 8th notes of the type that a woodpecker would have let out before a long, low swoop overhead, and then calls out again for love in the face of the dying death. Looking skyward, I spread my arms like Christ, unlike him in most any other aspect, close my eyes, and receive the gift of a cold peppering of mist, all but sizzling as it tickles at my face. Thank you. Eagles court by grasping claws and plummeting, perilously swirling down, down from above the clouds, the thin air roaring along their wings, swirling, plummeting, down, down, and then down through the blinding gray fog of clouds. The death grip of reckless love thrills like that, but only until impact. Thank you. Crows work. They labor thanklessly to clean the world of its dead and rotting things, taking no special pleasure in the sickening stench of carrion that permeates their duties. Crows are not adorned, but clothed in the utilitarian attire of their unenviable vocation. Their dull, lice-ridden feathers are hardly enviable plumage next to a cardinal, say, or pheasant. Even their commute is work. Crows don't fly so much as they angrily beat down the air as if rowing against a river's current. Just watching them struggle to stay aloft is itself exhausting. No wonder tandems and teams of them spitefully assault the hawk, who soars as free and easy as a carefree heart, thrilling in the rapture of love. But in a grayness of a day, utterly flattened by waves of fierce gales, all other flying things abandon the air to the crows, whose ugly caws joyously cut the deafening howl in an unfamiliar warbling gargle of ecstasy that could be mistaken for what it is, the music of laughter. On a windy day, when all other creatures of the air hunker and cower, crows are at last free to frolic, to tumble, to somersault, to speak through the language of aerial dance, to beat and to be a little while their nemesis, the medium of air itself. Thank you. All right. And this, oh boy, I'm killing it. I'm only 3 minutes in. So this is a song about a real girl that I had a real crush on. And here it is. And a real afternoon that we spent together. Sally and me went for a walk downtown. Went in every little shop and had a little look around. I can't help being silly with her, doesn't seem to mind. She's easy on the eyes and very smart and really kind. What care I, fiddle-dee-dee. I love Sally, maybe she loves me. The parking garage had an echo, so I sang a song about a cowboy calling cattle in the rain. When I'm without a smile, it's like physical pain. So I tickle her with laughter like the bubbles in champagne. What care I, fiddle-dee-dee. I love Sally, maybe she loves me. While we take a look at a poetry book. While and share a pastry as well. Wow, she shops for dresses and I for shirts. I spin like a carousel. Every time I make a giggle, my hopes get feathery. I'm so taken with her, wish she took me seriously. Am I reading in too much? I'm prone to misconstrue. With a magic incantation, I will try to make it true. What care I, fiddle-dee-dee? I love Sally, maybe she loves me. What care I, fiddle-dee-dee? I love Sally, and just maybe, she loves me. Thank you. A toast to you, Kava Bar. Bula. All right. My last song is a Louvin Brothers song that I do sometimes with a real live band. It's cool. But tonight, it's just me. Work with what you got, people. Got in a little trouble down at the county seat. Lord, they put me in the jailhouse for loafing on the street. When the judge read a verdict, I was a guilty man. He said $45, 30 days in the can. And that'll be cash on the barrelhead, son. Not part, but oh, yes, the entire sum. No money down, no credit plan. Got no time to chase you, 'cause I'm a busy man. I got a telephone number off the laundry slip, for I'm a kind-hearted jailer with a 6-gun hip. Dialed the operator. She said, number please. But before I could tell her, she shouted out at me. So that'll be cash on the barrelhead, son. Not part, but oh, yes, the entire sum. No money down, no credit plan. Because a little bird tells me you're a traveling man. 30 days in the jailhouse, 12 days on the road. Lord, I was feeling hungry, my feet a heavy load. Saw a greyhound coming, stuck up my thumb. But before I got seated, the driver caught my arm. So that'll be cash on the barrelhead, son. This old gray dog gets paid to run. If the engine stops, Lord, the wheels don't roll. So give me cash on the barrelhead, I'll get you down the road. He said, that'll be cash on the barrelhead, son. This old gray dog gets paid to run. If the engine stops, Lord, the wheels don't roll. So give me cash on the barrelhead, I'll get you down the road. So give me cash on the barrelhead, I'll get you down the road. Thank you.
Yes, let's keep it going for Joe Shelton. And remember, we do this each and every Wednesday night. Sign-ups around 8 o'clock. Or is it 8:30? Sorry, I think it's 8 o'clock, sorry. All right, next up, we have found George Paisley. Old buddy of mine. When I first met George, it was 20-something years ago. We were still teenagers. He was at Bean Streets, which is now Green Sage. It was an open mic then. So let's welcome George to the stage. All right, let's give it up for George. I'm going to try to help out with this song because I'm a bit familiar with it. Loving around Queen Poverty Hearts, be infected, it's robbed every night. She says, who needs protection when the world's my bed? And she says, who needs direction? Just told to me your sweet dreams. Keep them in place at my king. For being around, above and beneath ground, wearing the body. Oh, you're gonna wear it inside and out. Still she says, who needs protection when the world's my bed? And she says, who needs direction? Told to me your sweet dreams. Keep them in place of my king. Loving to me your sweet, sweet dreams. Place of my king. For being around, around.
This is the same song. Tomatoes and tobacco, white potatoes too, and goji berries, okra. I could go on, you know, but the appetite grows skewed. Belladonna, belladonna. Deep down in the dumps, old quarries and ruins. Belladonna, belladonna. Dark days, trashy treasure, bleeding from a stream. How beautiful and cruel. I break a mirror, see what lies between. Look out, it's belladonna. dance, old quarries and ruins. Belladonna, belladonna, the sea dream. Daisies, purple clover, forget me outside, face down in the grass with 1,000 lovers sharing one rich floor. Belladonna, belladonna, down in the dumps, old quarries and ruins. Belladonna, belladonna, oh, sitting at you. Thank you.
Let's keep it going for George Baisley. And remember, tomorrow night in Hendersonville, North Carolina, there's an open mic. I believe it starts around 7. Hosted by Michael Coyle. And that's at the Shakedown Lounge on 7th Avenue, downtown Hendersonville, North Carolina. Y'all be sure to check that out if you're hungering for more open micing. All right, next up, we've got Braden Lamore. Is Braden Lamore here? Y'all welcome Braden to the stage.
Perfect. How you doing, y'all? Happy to be here. I have a couple of poems for you. Just thought I would get some practice in. This one was a piece from a couple years ago. It's not named, so I'll just get on with it. Hush now. They will hear your whispers. Mangled voices amplified circle back through the breeze. Echoing screams envelop the air as piercing as the grit in the chalk stick shrieks down the dusty blackboard. Desperate squeals from a castaway at sea. In rhythmic succession, thunderous howls bounce off the jagged bedrock as tears are transposed into harsh melodies resonating from you. Lost, little wayfarer. This dystopia in which you dwell shackles you tight, as does the dream catcher that embraces the graphic fantasies fabricated by the sleeping artist. You entangle yourself in a self-deprecating labyrinth more elaborate than the work of Daedalus. You see, you cannot swim deeper without unsealing your eustachian tubes, equalizing the pressure throughout your ears. Without balance, damage will follow. Preventable traumas for the mindlessly misguided. Your journey astray is circuitous. Regularly blinded by tantalizing toxicities, you've missed the spot markers thoughtfully placed while you trudge on deeper into crooked depths. Just as Hansel dropped his edible placeholders on the forest floor, only to find that breadcrumbs prove insufficient in revealing the route back. Boundless naivete, ending in peril. But you are not naive, are you, little wayfarer? Your journey grows exponentially complex like a vast array of canals that intersect into one another, woven together into a web of intricacies. This is a one-way passage in which breadcrumbs prove insubstantial, especially when turning around is insurmountable. So hush now. Don't let them hear you, the drones of temptations, riddled with toxins disguised in enchantments of allure, as the sirens entice sailors to inevitable doom. The seduction of temporary relief from your boundless blubbering overtakes your line of sight. So you dance in circles, unsynchronized with the tempos. With this, you see the howls that loom over that jagged bedrock are the product of tone-deaf tumbling misaligned with the melody. So lock away those whispers so they don't hear you now. The intangible murmurs that deceive your ship, ensnare your ship and deceive your path and send you back through the cyclone. The desire to escape from this stark reality seeps through small cracks and forms mumbled breaths, encouraging you to surrender your motivation and find false happiness in carefully created death traps that promise unequivocal relief. So follow one foot after another and be wary of detours, because before you know it, you will be sinking down where the darkness has an appetite for the light, drowning so fast you won't even know to equalize your ears until the pressure is permanently off balance. Without balance, damage will follow. Thank you. That one's a mouthful. I also have not shared that one in about like a year and a half. So I'm just going to pull out my phone. We made it through. But this next piece is my most recent piece. It's a love poem, but yeah, that's like my reaction to love, I guess. So. I've heard it said before that grief is really just love stuffed into a long, heavy coat, plagued by the moments that lived in between us and all the things we never got to say. So now I wonder, at what point does this reverent longing verge on prayer, yearning for an epilogue that captures the weight of your silence? And I used to think that silence was inherently empty, that the visceral burden of your absence was only made unbearable after drinking from the cup of delusions that my mind poured out for me. But your silence, I found, is not hollow or bare, for if there was truly nothing there, I would not be stuck, gasping for air, drowning in a pool of your apathy. With this, I realize that your detachment is the long, heavy coat you coax your soul into, subduing the knowledge that we made each other feel something that perhaps we were too afraid to call love. So now I'm full of scars I've gathered from the autopsies I've performed on the memories I have of you, and these memories, well, they knock on the back door of my skull, demanding to sell me their Bible and my bones. Well, they tell me otherwise. See, all of my inner workings have held on to you so fervently that I worry the seams of my coat have begun to unravel, and I will have to hold it all with cupped hands, squeezed tight enough my fingers go white, as to ensure that my memories of you cannot slip through like grains of sand in an hourglass. But just as in every autumn before, the trees remind me again and again of the necessity of letting go to make space for what is to come. And so, until then, I will sit drunkenly in this little room I have inside my mind, lined with all the things that I know meant so much to you, as I fiddle away with my buttons, thinking back to the few times where you unbuttoned just a few of yours. Thank you. Okay, I got 3 minutes running through the filing cabinet in my head. It's not organized. Okay. This is called After. It's the part 2 of a 2-part piece. There's a subtle curiosity in the air tonight, A certain type of golden ash residue burnt off the backs of the beautifully broken, and it lingers on my lips. We haven't done this dance in a while. Reminisce. Shit, the last time the air felt this light, we were riding on a caravan of liquid daydreams, starstruck by intricate illusions created by a certain type of golden ash residue. But they are not that anymore, are they? Daydreams. The toxic paint has stripped away, leaving my bones bare, and I ask myself, who are you? The glass that is full or the glass half empty, because you are indeed empty. Albeit, in a cosmic irony, I do feel more full now. Quenched, even. My bones may be bare, but they are also dry. See, there's a difference between being empty before and being empty after, and I decide that I am the glass waiting to be filled. See, I used to ride the rip curl of the swooshed breeze, willingly scorching my skin, flying too close to the sun behind me, all that golden ash, a sort of residue, forcefully stripped from my flesh. See, I used to sit and swim through this mirage of beauty. I would watch the bits of myself slough off and drift away, and I would count in between the seconds before the next little gust took some more. But you see, I used to dream in black and white, for I drank all the colors to satiate my thirst. But now, I remain quenched, and when I sleep, I dream with a spectrum of luminous stardust, almost a sort of golden ash residue. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a good night.
All right, let's keep it going for Braden Lamore. All right. And next up, I believe we have Mark Hudson, if Mark Hudson is present. Yeah, I see him. All right, y'all welcome Mark Hudson to the stage. I can't tell you what he's going to do, but he's going to show you.
Here now. What's up, y'all? Okay, I'm gonna start with an original poem. Sitting on the stoop, Skittles and Fruit Loops, wearing fruity boots, munching big scoops of gummy bears, sweet and fruity. Then marshmallowy goop, nude dudes taking laps, clapping for assy slaps. Imaginary flak jackets with tacked on patches. Exploding ketchup packets tracked on the clean linoleum. Feed me juicy plums. Are you having any fucking fun in your life? Or is it consumed by your phone? Because I'm drinking elixirs with gnomes, smoking homegrown ground up. Mounds of the stuff makes me lucky because snuff and vapes, Lucy's just shoot me. Let's replace tobacco with weed. A better need, a thing to tease. All right. Can y'all hear this? How about that? I don't have anything in my head that would... I'm not transferring anything. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, Corey Bowers. Oh, be careful now. All right. I'm feeling I'm not feeling very subdued tonight. I'm feeling silly. Oh, hold on. I gotta take this phone call. Oh, hola. Oh, sí. Me gusta tomatoes. Tomates? Sí. No. No. Maybe. Okay. Ocho sounds great. No. Okay. Okay. No. Yeah, sure. Okay. Adios. That's the next thing. Our phones are going to be able to feed us. And they come in bunches. Dude, George pointed that out to me. They're going to come in bunches. They're going to be grown from the trees. Oh, man. But you can't do any fucking screens shit on these. There's no screens. Unless they start growing screens. What? Oh yeah, I got my pocket fruit. You know, I got my companion pocket fruit. What, man? You give me ideas. Careful now. I'll take them. I'll take them. I'll twist them up. Oh yeah, we gotta take it slow, George. Yeah. This is a good ass banana, man. Chiquita, man, Chiquita's been doing. God damn, they're growing some. I said making, not growing first. They're genetically modified, right? Yeah. Yeah, Dole, genetically modified bananas. Yeah. That's what I like. I like my bananas all genetically modified when I eat them. I don't want none of that natural shit up in my bananas. I need all my potassium synthesized.
How do you like these?
I feel like maybe I'm part of the Beatles. Maybe I'm just a Beatles groupie. Oh yeah, those were some pretty young boys. I love their music. They had such good music back in the 80s and oh, wait a second. How old am I now? Oh, 60s? 60s, 70s? Chris, Medrano, when were the Beatles popular?
They were a band up until 1970s.
Thank you. Oh, I grew up on motherfucking Ringo on Shining Time Station. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Y'all know that show? PBS? No, you don't. Awesome. Yes, I am. Oh, and the Ringo in the jukebox. They put him down there so he wouldn't cause a fuss. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, that's right, Chris. Oh, man. How are y'all's phones doing right now? How are your phones? Your phones are good? I wasn't even talking about y'all. I was talking about y'all. Please, you guys. This year's fucking gonna be crazy and the election hasn't even happened yet, right? We just had Super Tuesday. can we all peace and love? Peace and love. Can we try to do peace and love? And I think what'll help is if we get away from these and start talking to each other. But don't talk to me. Somebody call me a boomer?
I'm actually an elder millennial, sir.
Woo. Woof. Okay, so y'all can check me out on LinkedIn. That's all the social media-ing I'm doing these days. So I'm going to start posting up all my shit on LinkedIn. So if y'all want to see some silliness on LinkedIn, go to LinkedIn. I'm going to start to YouTube to LinkedIn.
I go there to be professional. I gotta have a professional, professional, gotta be professional, classy, professional.
Okay. Have y'all heard of Old Sap? I think he's a poet. I fucking love that name. For like an old poet, Old Sap. God, I want to take, I'm going to ask him if I can take his name after he dies. And be like, Old Sap. Would y'all be into a bingo night if I started having a bingo night? All right, maybe. I might. Have y'all ever played bingo? There are a couple. Okay. Normally that's an old. Oh yeah, yes. All right. So old people and people that have been to mental institutions have played bingo. It's a fun game. It's fun. You can win some good shit. There's always prizes. Right? You got them. And you learn how to spell one word, letter by letter. It's an educational game. What else do I have? Oh, all right. I'm going to poll the audience again. How do y'all feel about an S&M dog photo shoot? That'd be fun, right? But is PETA gonna allow it? Will PETA be cool as long as we don't? Like, how masochistic are these dogs being with ball gags in their mouths, and we're tying them up too? Okay, what's the? How do you translate consent in dog? Tail wag. Okay. And do you pet them first? Because technically that's molestation. Show them the ball gag. If they tail wag, they're down. Okay. All right. Now, does a PETA member have to be present, observing? No. Big buzzkill. Well, yeah, of course. They're really buzzkills about it. All right, we got to clip all their nails. All right. Okay. All right, what should I end? How about if I do some howling? I'll end on some howling, and then I'll get the fuck out. If y'all want to howl with me, you can do that. All right. That's all my time, y'all. My name is Mark Hudson. Thank you for listening to me. Give it up for Kevin Evans, and make sure to tip the staff. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening.
Yes, let's keep it going for Mark Hudson once again. Absolutely. And I do have some announcements. I'm going to read directly from a list here. All right. Because there was a dispute if it was Friday or Saturday for the Jeff Syke Trio. So according to official information I have here from an official source, Dale Wolf is March 8th at 9 p.m. here at Sovereign Kava. Dale Wolf. Well, this says March 8th. All right, so anyhow, so this Saturday, Jeff Sype Trio, March 9th. My paperwork must be incorrect. It must be old paperwork. All right, so we're moving along with the list here. Jason Chin is up next. Y'all welcome Jason to the stage.
Cool. I've been writing a lot of music lately, so I have 2 new songs. I haven't open mic'd yet. I'm excited to share them all with you guys. First one is for my friend Lex. I'm just calling a brother of mine.
Oh, brother of mine, I know that these trees weren't made of pine. These leaves were bound to fall when it got cold. Oh, brother of mine, I hope that you just take the time to remember me. This life is getting old. There's a pond inside your brain that you found when you went to Maine. It gave you clarity, but it wasn't got for free. 'Cause you've got that devil's hands now. You've thrown away your father's plow, and now you've thrown away your sanity. I know that you study the Gospels too, 'cause you play that prodigal son so well, and you've got those Jesus blues. And you ask me if I have a word with my friend. I have a few. Oh, brother of mine, I know that these trees weren't made of pine. These leaves were bound to fall when it got cold. Oh, brother of mine, I hope that you just take the time to remember me. This life is getting old. Well, you've got no place to go, so you say you'll hit the road, but it's just an antique show with an action figure glow. And you wanna talk about art museums. You say you've seen the Colosseum, but now you can't afford that highway toll. I know that you studied the Gospels too, 'cause you play that prodigal son so well, and you've got those Jesus blues. You ask me if I have a word with my friend. I've got a few. Oh, brother of mine, I know that these trees weren't made of pine. These leaves were bound to fall when it got cold. Oh, brother of mine, I hope that you just take the time. Remember me, this life is getting old. Our prisons are one and the same. There's no reason for this fighting. Our karma ain't to blame. You wanna play the troubadour? Well, don't you know that truth's a losing game? Oh, brother of mine, I know that these trees weren't made of pine. These leaves are bound to fall when it got cold. Oh, brother of mine, I hope that you just take the time to remember me. This life is getting old.
Thank you. So my next song is called Jeremiah. I called it that because it's kind of a sad song, and I learned that Jeremiah's name, his nickname's the Weeping Prophet. I thought that sounded kind of cool.
Was I a fool to learn why the stars burn? Was it selfish that I wanted to seek? Was I a child to think I could live by my heart? Was it criminal to want to be free? 'Cause the Lord knows that I never purchased anything with this gold I found, searching for that holy ground. Should I have worked instead for the bald and the blind? Should I have left my ambitions behind? Should I have said goodbye to that ancient call? Should I have listened when my father was appalled? The Lord knows that I've never been forgiven for these mistakes I make, searching for that heavenly state. I am in need of love, and I never received any of it from the stars above. I once met a girl, she had lost the whole world, and even she couldn't give me a hug. This pain I collect, is there something to ditch or protect? Is there a goal ahead or a promised land? Or am I just not part of the elect? 'Cause the Lord knows that I've never been invited to these tables I've seen, dreaming that American dream. I am in need of love, and I never received any of it from the stars above. I once met a girl, she had lost the whole world, and even she couldn't give me a hug. Received any of it from the stars above. I once met a girl, she had lost her whole world, and even she couldn't give me a hug.
Thank you.
Let's keep it going for Jason Chin, y'all. And I thank y'all for staying with us this evening. All righty. Next up, we have AP. Is AP still here?
Hello.
Y'all welcome AP.
Hi, my name is AP. Can you hear me? Hello. Oh. Yeah, doing something at a spoken word, open mic kind of thing has been a dream of mine for a really long time, and I told myself like 5 times I wasn't going to do this. But I'm going to try anyway, so thanks. I have 2 things that I'm going to read. I've never read any of this stuff out loud, so we're all in this together. What do they say of a writer who doesn't read? Of an artist who doesn't paint? A poet who doesn't speak? Of a creative who stopped dreaming? Of an empath jaded? Of a paradoxical reality stretching so far beyond the spectrum of our broad misunderstanding of a universe that weeps from an eternal longing to be understood? The night comes the same at the end of each day. When the sun goes down and the stars we can't see anymore come out nonetheless. Light's rather funny that way. Hoarding endless supplies of unopened acrylics, watercolors, bone dry down to the marrow. Pristine palettes and crystal clean brushes, gently used sketchbooks by the dozen, not a single one filled to the brim. Her mind pours over like gesso would on a fresh canvas. Patiently waiting for years and years and years to be begun, but never to be finished. Like the varnish that's resigned to stay put in the jar, like the life that's been resigned to stay kept secret in Pandora's box, safe, locked, and loaded. It is 2017. A problem for another day, far away. Pouring over and out and up and over again, dreams and schemes and meant-to-bes that never quite came to be's, not yet. Someday. Sometimes it cuts more deeply than others, frozen in a ravished wasteland of blizzard. Elements block sight of even the next single step. Just put one foot in front of the other, she said, frozen, while life slips away and time creeps on, the same as it always has and the same as it always does. I don't know when I started and I'm not sure when I stopped, but brush found in hand once again is intoxicating. Like lightning striking a lone match, she is flammable. I will be 28 years old in 2 days. 28. What a painfully odd age to be. What painfully odd lives to have lived. A blizzard. That's that one. I'll be 29 in June, and this is my response to that poem. I want to write. I want to write like hell. I want to write until my knuckles crack, until my wrists ache, till my thumbs cave and my heart is awake. I want to write like hell and let the truth decide on its own time whether it is or isn't based in a semblance of reality. And I want to be the one who decides whether that matters or not. I want to write of honesty, honestly, to face the music with eyes wide open and a pen in my hand. I want cortisol tears to stain my tattered pages, books and novels and journals and napkins, covered with excretions and excerpts and soliloquies, extractions of that unknowable known that is the same with each and every passing breath. I want every cell in my lungs to sing a choir of hymns carved in my ribcage, hundreds of millions of alveoli dancing to the rhythm of my beating heart, blood boiling over a cup half full, careening down roaring rivers and streams, a symphony of mortality and the songs that the angels sing. I want to write in my sleep and let the script of my dreams tuck me in each night. Each one last fluttered soft and calling sigh of eyelids closed and awoken once again to a subconscious world of lucid possibilities. a vibrant universe present within the present, an unknown world of predictions and observations earned over a lifetime, earned over a day. I want to write to make sense of that which I will never understand, and I want to be understood. I want to write every day, every waking moment to be filled with poetry and lightning and belly laughter and sore feet. I want to become better friends with the pain and to let her be rest assured that it is not her fault she hurts, that she is part of the freedom that is granted to those of us born with breath, and that she is welcome here. And I want to make the unwanted feel wanted. I want to sign my name across the bottom of birthday cards and oil paintings and season's greetings and love letters. I want to create mosaics out of the shattered tile pieces of my grief and reframe my narrative in a gallery that will hang for as long as the healing takes. I want to say my poems out loud and fall madly in love with the sound of my own laughter. I want to marvel in delight and in awe at that which is within me to create. I want to fall into my skeleton and know each bone by name and count my blessings and scars in every star in the Colorado night sky. I want to be the Milky Way. I want to rage and cry and scream and lose my voice in the face of suffering and then find it again and again and again. I want to love so deeply that magic leaks through my pores and embrace the darkness. And I want to outshine the sun. Thank you.
Yes, that was AP, her first time sharing those poems and getting up on the open mic stage. So we definitely got to give her kudos for that and the beautiful poetry. So next up, we've got Tim Dean. Is Tim Dean still there? Y'all welcome Tim Dean to the stage.
If I could have everybody's attention, please. My name's Detective Dean. I've been coming in here for the past few weeks, and if I call your name, if you can come to the front. I'm just kidding, guys. So I've been coming in here for the last couple weeks. A couple people in town told me about this place. It's funny, the first night I walked in here, everybody kind of straightened up like their dad was here or their parole officer. I got some pretty funny looks. I do dress like this every day for work, and I don't like to go home, so I come out here. So my name is actually Dr. Dean. If you have anything happen tonight, don't call me. Please still call 911. I'm not that kind of doctor. So this is actually the first time I've done an open mic in my life. So thank you. Thank you. Tell you guys a little bit about myself. What's up? We don't want to talk about that. I'm not getting you anything, my man. Not getting you anything. All right? I'll tell you in a second. Hang on. So I'm actually from Texas. That's it. Texas in the house. Open minds, Asheville. Open minds. I am from, not Austin, that's South Asheville, but I am from Houston. So moved here about a month ago. So getting to know Asheville. I met Randy with the Crystals. I met Santa Claus downtown. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. See? Yep. I know all them guys now, man. We're buddies. Oh, did he really? Dude, so I had a whole conversation. Okay, let me put this down. So I had a whole conversation with Santa Claus, right? And so we're in the parking lot. It's like midnight. This dude's talking to me in the parking lot. And I'm like, I'm from Houston, man. So, like, we don't play that. Like, we don't have conversations. People in North Carolina are so freaking nice. And you think coming from Texas, you would say, oh, everybody from Texas is nice. No, not in Houston. Like, you don't talk to people. Here, everybody's nice. So Santa Claus is talking to me in this parking lot. And I'm kind of doing the whole Houston thing, like, come on, dude, ask me for the money already so I can go home. Like, I got stuff to do. And he never asked me for $1. He tells me this whole story, some crazy something around that. And then he leaves. I was just like, dude, all right. So, whatever. Oh, this guy wants to know what kind of doctor I am. He's searching. So, I am a doctor of education. Sorry, man. Sorry. So, I'm actually a college professor. Thank you. So I moved here for that job. Starting a new program at one of the colleges here in town. And so if anybody is looking for a career, I'm your guy. So I grew up in Corpus Christi. So one of the things about growing up in Corpus Christi was it's a very Hispanic community. So I was actually a minority in my high school. So it was about like 95% Hispanic, like 4% black, and then me. So it's pretty interesting growing up. I did want to share this one thing. This is kind of sad. So my best friend growing up, his name's Mondo. Mondo's mom just passed away. So on Friday, I'm actually going to her funeral. So if you guys, are spiritual or religious or whatever, please pray for my buddy Mondo. I just want to put that out there for you guys. But anyway, so I'm going to end with one little thing. So you guys have been doing poetry all night, and I've been sitting there racking my brain, trying to think of some poetry. I'm not that guy. So the way I got into education was I started in the medical field as a respiratory therapist. I kind of went back to school late in life and got a career out of it, and then ended up being pretty decent at it, and they let me teach it. And then now I'm running an entire program of it. So kind of cool story. So being that I'm a respiratory therapist, and that's kind of how I ended up here, I'm going to share my one respiratory poem that I have. Don't kiss your honey when your nose is running. You may think it's funny, but it's not. Thank you.
Keep it going for Tim Dean. Yes. And yeah, we still got a few more performers tonight. So next up, I'd like to welcome.
Hold on one second. Dr. Dean? Just saying. It's a lot of educational names there. It's suspicious. All right.
All right. So is Quinn S. still here? Is Quinn S. There we go. Quinn S. is about to take the stage. But I'd like to remind y'all that we do this every Wednesday night. And even on Thursday nights at the Shakedown Lounge, there's an open mic tomorrow night at about 7 p.m. down in Hendersonville, North Carolina. So y'all be sure to check that out too. All right, without further ado, we've got Quinn S. on stage.
Hello, I'm Quinn. This is a song I wrote.
I think I have time for one more.
Yes, that's Quinn S., ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through and blessing us with that. And I want to make another announcement about the Fringe Festival, which is going on. I believe it starts on the 17th. I think it's the 17th through the 24th. But yeah, y'all check that out online, Asheville Fringe. The Poetry Cabaret will be performing at AI Poetry Cabaret March the 21st and March the 24th. So y'all go online and check out all the shows, but definitely support the Poetry Cabaret. All righty. Next up, we have Rose Fields. Is Rose Fields still here? All right. Y'all welcome Rose Fields to the stage.
Oh, I am doing mental backflips with my gut right now. Hello. Ooh. I got shaky hands. Ugh. Okay. So I'm going to read a couple of poems that I wrote about war. Gut weighing heavy inside me. I've zero thanks to give to that B-grade MRE. My BDU's drenched. I extend my arms and feel my weapon as it bangs against my knee. Fucking shit. God damn this shit. My socks soaked. Boots heavy, chafed heels, chafed chest, chafed pits, and no doubt a now bruised knee. Summer's smoldering heat hits me. Heavy beads of sweat lick. All at once they begin to drip. My face now feels flooded by streams. All I can feel at this moment right now are these continuous sticky rivers settled atop my lips, slowly working their way further down, forming puddles. And they form in such random places. When they lose the heaviness needed to move forward with their drip, my attention diverts. Eyes rapidly shift, now becoming stuck on a peculiar, unified, low-hanging, blackish-gray cloud. Fast moving in its approach, growing ever closer to me now, I exclaim, "Shit!" I quickly drop to the ground with my head angled down. I shield my eyes, shut my mouth. I tightly pinch my nose, bombarded by the onslaught of flies. Though strange as it may seem, they quickly passed over me, rolling by in thick droves. My guess, when death wafts off those who've released their last breath, it hangs heavy. It gets picked up and carried off alongside the breeze. Yeah, the flies decide they care not for me, not for those living things, not for the sagebrush, nor the dried up and dead camel spiders, and not for the sparsely littered trees. And again, I say, I guess not. They most certainly care less for the sticky hands that swat, of which are both attached to me. No, they move right along, going on their dreary way. The coast now clear, I turn back, watching as this now distant blackish gray cloud sways away. I've locked in on it and I can't help myself. As an observer, onlooking, I stare. I stare at them, chaotic. I feel melancholic, seeing them linger atop the piles of bodies. With the briefest of a moment's pause, no doubt to lay their eggs, all of which will grow into meandering maggots. They care not for names, apathetically they devour. What a wild-ass shift that is of power. Yes, these maggots feast, emotionless as they grow fat, gorging themselves on all that was left behind. A human, perhaps in the past, a consciousness no more trapped by the mind, perhaps existing in the void that we know not of, that's beyond this earth and just before time. All of the permanently resting bullet-littered bodies, calorically dense flesh now, will slowly disappear. Yes, these bodies that were once warm will all be transformed into swarms. Yup, magop, infiltration of all those dead. I listen as the winds howl, and I feel the warmth of a gentle rain start to pour. I smell the hot rot of flesh, and I can't help but wonder, what in the unholy fuck is all of this even for? And one last thing, I think flies and maggots definitely fucking love war. I've got one more. Sorry, my mind just went blank. I gotta. Okay. All right. That poem was called "Maggots Fucking Love War." This one doesn't have a title. Bombs booming, death looming, ground breaking, earth shaking, buildings cracking, blood splattering, glass shattering, limbs flying, people dying, children crying, governments lying, screaming thoughts. Why do we continue to do this and yet do nothing at the same time? In the blink of an eye, whereas two eyes will open to nothing and yet cease to be everything all at once. In a second, a decision is made. a life-altering, life-taking, the very mirror of mortality, a timeless, faceless trauma. And who suffers more? Be it the finger on the trigger or the face affront the barrel? Never knew one merely doing what they're told could haunt one's dreams until they grew old. Face eraser, plagued by terror, the last memory of a person's life, trapped in the nameless accuser's mind forever, a pupil imprisonment. As I watched the last grain of sand fall in their hourglass, I'd swear of the horror in their face, and just for a moment I thought if I'd taken their place. But in the time it took for my bullet to pierce their flesh, I found myself clinging to what life I had left. Afraid for myself that the last grain of sand could too soon fall in my hourglass, I reflected in awe of an untimely, directed injustice. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Rose. That's Rose Field, y'all. All right, we're getting close to the end here, but there's still a little more to come. And so next up, we've got King Artisan. Y'all welcome King Artisan to the stage.
How's it going? Kava drinkers, crowd and sippers. My name's King Artisan, artist-wise. I'm affiliated with Gang Beef Entertainment. We're just a label that has, with Gang Beef, we're bringing everyone freedom with music. So we try to help artists get you where you want to be at. Like, let you do the music that we like, that you like, and not what other people think that should be the music. We have live recording available. We help out on social media too. And if you're in Austin, Texas, we are performing South by Southwest. So if you're there, you should see us. This first song of mine is called Gambit.
No chop on the sidewalk, like the blunt with my eye. You thinking that I'm Cyclops? X-Man on the beat, so I'm going onslaught. Got youngins on my team, but this ain't no fucking sweatshop. If I fucking cross them, you know we on the hardcore. Real niggas at the table like we be at Camelot. Only time the start is hot is when I got the safety off. Already told you niggas, yeah, I'm higher than an asthma. The energy like a meister, I'm a master, you a tyrant. Got haters on my heels, yeah, I feel like Sacramento. Hey, I'm a smoking dragon, smoking bird, just like Spyro. PlayStation's in my crib, but I'm strapped up like I'm Halo. My house party for 4 months, roll my blunts like armadillos. Weirdest in the bunch, yeah, my niggas call me Wacko. Mess with them dog, and I'm quick to go. Philo. Wait, that was a typo. Damn, I meant psycho. My mind is on a flow that I don't even know. I'm so stoned, got me like Moses D. Michelangelo. Bars so cold, they be kicking like a coat. I'm a fucking king, yeah, my crown is white gold. My queen helps me grow like a fucking marigold. We turn the bedroom into a fucking inferno. She screaming my name till she reach crescendo. Round one, that's a demo. I said I'm loving light, I'm dark in pain. I done basked in the sun and I done cried in the rain. With all these fucking haters, yeah, I still maintain to be fucking me while I smile through the strain. I said I'm loving light, ayy, I'm dark in pain. I done basked in the sun and I done cried in the rain. With all these fucking haters, yeah, I still maintain to be fucking me while I smile through the strain. PlayStation's in my crib, but I'm strapped up like I'm Halo.
Thank you. And this next one, it's a Kava bar favorite, but y'all guys never heard the full song. So I got my homegirl JJ coming up to the stage with me. outside. There you go.
Hi, everybody. My stage name is Jay Vixen.
Oh.
And we actually wrote this song like over 3 years ago. So this is pretty exciting. This is the first time I think we've ever performed it together.
Yeah, first time ever performing it together. She's hating my guts. I'm all in her guts. Oh no, she's thinking it's love. Baby, it's lust. Here, take a puff. Not trying to cuff. She likes when I'm rough. I'm making her blush. I eat till I'm stuffed. She can't get a nut. Got your bitch calling me cinnamon. Way before we got intimate. 21 questions that's relevant. Yeah, she blowing on me like an instrument. I'll lay it down till she's screaming out my government. Hoes ain't loyal, that's a product of my environment. Got these bitches tripping, think my dick mixed with mescaline. Took a cortisol so we bout to get it in. Face down, talking latitude. Pussy so wet, I need a bodysuit. I may wear that hoe. Yeah, I hit her with that stick and move. Bad bitch with an attitude. I'm trying to see what that booty do. She at the bar about to make a move. Roll the blunt, change the altitude. She addicted, love. I'm the antidote. She sleeping on it like a dreamboat. The niggas on my tailcoat. Yeah, you better check my keystrokes every fucking night and every fucking day. Yeah, I wanna freak your body in every fucking way. She likes when I play with a Tula. She riding so therapeutic. She bouncing with the music. If I don't beat, it's so acoustic. Can't get a nut. She's hating my guts. I'm all in her guts. Oh no, she's thinking it's love. Baby, it's lust. Here, take a puff. Not till I cuss. She likes when I'm rough. I'm eating her stuff. Can't get a nut. Fuck till it's dust. Booty big as a North Star. All the ways Miguel follow. Don't care if you black or white. Just wanna see you wobble. Destroy the walls like it's Jericho. Fill it up like at Texaco. When she ride, get epiphany. That's message in a bottle. Whoa, now she going full throttle. Got that ass working on auto. Bring her friend to get sexual. I'm strapped up like I'm Rambo. My dick longer than stilettos. Her thighs are on my headphones. Before I nut, I change the tempo. Paint on her face like I'm Picasso. She's not even Spanish, but I make her call me Poppy. Fuck going to the telly. I'ma fuck her in the lobby. She all over my stick, like she playing hockey. So I knock her, now she call me Rocky. Even though I'm Haitian, I be smoking on Jamaican. And that bitch that be rolling up, I think she is Caucasian. Her eyes a little bit Asian from all the weed we blazing. But all my bitches come first, no matter what the race is. Can't get enough. She's hating my guts. I'm all in her guts. Oh no, she's thinking it's love. Baby, it's lust. Here, take a puff. Not trying to cuss. She likes when I'm rough. I eat till I'm stuffed. She can't get enough. We fuck till it's dust. Yeah. Get on.
You want me to play with his ding-a-ling, approaching on me, pulling on my purse string. I don't think you really know I'm not here to take things slow. Oh no, hop up on it like a killer ape. I let you in my village gate. He fucked me so good, might just let him take me on a date. Hey. Don't be keeping suspense. Damn, baby, it's so immense. This intercourse, I feel it deep in my core. Feeling so complete. Can I say all this heat? Nonetheless, I think you just wear my favorite dress. I wake up in the morning, glowing, no regrets. See you signaling, that's my favorite thing.
Ding. Look. She's hating my guts. I'm all in her guts. Oh no, she's thinking it's love.
Baby, it's lust. Here, take a puff. Not trying to cuff. She likes when I'm rough.
I'm making a blush until I'm stuck. She can't get enough. Yo.
It's a mouthful for sure. Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all guys. Enjoy yourselves. Stay hydrated. Love the people around you. If they love you back.
All right, let's give it up. Y'all keep it going for them. King Artisan, what was your name again? JJ Vixen, King Artisan, Gang Beef Entertainment. And there you have it, right here at the Kava bar. Now we've got one more performer actually on the list here. Aaron Palco. Y'all welcome Aaron Palco to the stage.
If I weren't in a prison, couldn't I leave this place? There's if I weren't in a prison, couldn't I leave this place? There seem to be other worlds above us. And I don't know about that fucking moon. Shouldn't we be able to go to them? Or at least see what they are? Stars don't really have shapes, you know. If we were free.
All right. Let's give it up once again for Aaron Palco. And next up, we've got Chris Medrano. So y'all just give him a minute to set up here. And yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out. It's nice to see a good crowd still here at this hour. And of course, we do it every Wednesday night. The #1 open mic in Western North Carolina and the longest running open mic. So thank y'all for helping make that happen. And here we go. We got Chris Medrano.
Everybody knows me. I've been there since the dawn. Hi. Okay, I'm going to do 2 songs, one I know and one I don't. What? It's muted. first the one I know. Doctor, what is wrong with me? The supermarket life is getting long. What is the half-life of a color TV? What is the shelf life of a teenage queen? Western girl, news hound sniffs the air, one just gone Western. Latches on to the symbol of detachment. Attracted by peeling away a feeling. Celebrity, the abuse shell, the bell. Western. Western 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 girl. The kids on Melrose, their stuff is absolute zero, cold enough. And out in the valley, warm and clean, the little ones sit by their TV screens, no thoughts to think, no tears to cry, all sucked dry down to the very last breath. Bartender, what is wrong with me? Why am I so out of breath? The captain said, excuse me, ma'am, the species has amused itself to amuse itself to death. It has amused itself to death. Amused itself to death. We watched this tragedy unfold. We did as we were told. We bought and sold. It was the greatest show on earth. Then it was over. We hooted out and we drove our racing cars. We ate our last few jars of caviar. And somewhere out there tears to cry, no feelings left. The species has amused itself to death. Itself to death. It has amused itself to death. Amused itself to death. No tears to cry. No feelings left. This species has amused itself to death.
All right, now for something more upbeat.
Motion to me that you wanted to leave. Go somewhere warm, but we'd be alone. I did not know what's going on, but I'm guessing it's an all-night thing. All night thing. If it's an all-night thing, nobody's gonna make it in. And if it don't begin, don't worry that I'll take offense. If it's an all-night thing, without like a tear falling to the ground, I'll never come around. You'll never hear a word from me. If it's an all-night thing, yeah, if it's an all-night thing. I walked alone, feeling at ease, feeling at ease. I felt like rain into a scheme. I do not know what that'll be, but I'm guessing it's an all-night It's an all-night thing. If it's an all-night thing, nobody's gonna make it end. And if it don't begin, don't worry that I'll take offense. If it's an all-night thing, without like a tear falling to the ground, I'll never come around. You'll never hear a word from me. It's an all-night thing. Yeah, it's an all-night thing. It's an all-night thing. Yeah, it's an all-night thing.
I want to welcome to the stage an absolutely fabulous guy and a mainstay of this show, Kevin Evans.
Thank you, Chris. That was a lovely performance, by the way. I'll just read a couple of poems to close out. And then I guess we'll see me on my way. Nah, it's all good. All right, so this first one is from March 31st, 2012. I don't know if I've ever read it or not, but here we are. It's called Darkness's Secret Weapon. We were never boom, boom. We were never forgiven for such trespasses. She was just there sitting, wasting and laughing, drinking her ashes in glasses, and she pours and pours salt in the fire water. She's guzzling, and she gets it out of herself in lonely wet rags she squeezes and cores as lemons she found gathered at her April porch. Sandy, flowing, free hair. She says it's dirty. I think it's mystical angel queen, but she don't care what it all really means. She says, thinks, believes she's paid all of her fares, and for now she's still back paying. Maybe other people just as understanding, even when they don't want to be, hurting to be relating, to be compassionate, to be loving and empathy, to be wanting to be a part of the best part of anybody or anything. You are many of me. I am many of you. Watch the brightest, darkest, highest, lowest clues, honest, polished in the heart of you. Then we pause. We stop. We were never forgiven for such trespasses. Get back on the horse. It needs your warmth, compassion, and leadership. It's shivering. It's kissing the bottom of heaven through binoculars, magnified times 7. Be the darkness's secret weapon. Thanks. Thank y'all. I've got one more. This one is kind of a personification. It's not a suggestion for people to use any particular anything. It's basically myself or any person personified as a city. It was written December 15th, 2013. It's called Brick Asphalted Concrete. I am a classic American city on steroids and amphetamines, Molly and ecstasy, and some poppy. Then later, marijuana gene when the light comes in the morning. City resting peacefully with eyes open in slow REM pattern. Processing and reckoning as the light is breaking in. See everything and at times hear nothing. Or see little to nothing and hear everything. Not even knowing all the origins of the familiar and foreign sounds scraping against metal vibrating. I am a classic American city on coffee. Ocean waters with spilt into them nothing but coffee. Sand grains of coffee. Summer fire, sun flame to the sea. To come ashore at the harbor for everyone to drink as it steams. Please to avoid burning, sip slowly. Wait for the fog to subside just a bit before it settles back in. Sipping tea, maybe at the morning top or high noon if you don't do the coffee groove. Yerba mate or a cheap paper bag of stashed booze. Hide in the shadow as the light moves. Overshadowed by giants edified in the hands of many men, constructing phalluses out of challenges, battle ripped as the saddle splits the hollowed missing rib. In the atrium of the cathedral, confessional turned into glory hole, where no eyes were looking except those that always know. No robes shall hide your soul. So on gray, rainy days, cold, the cities get washed not by its pot of gold, but by its struggle, its sorrow and survival. I am a classic American city on the railroad with elbow gouged gently into poor neighbor cramped inconveniently against me in crowded creek of bricked, asphalted concrete. Half wake, half sleep. Thank y'all for coming through tonight and joining us. I'm Kevin Evans. Caleb Beissert is usually your host, but he couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately, but I'm glad to be here with y'all. And yeah, I think last call's coming up. I'm not exactly sure about that, but I'm pretty sure it's coming up. And next week, we're doing this open mic all over again. And tomorrow in Hendersonville, at the Shakedown Lounge, they're doing the open mic about 7 o'clock or so, hosted by Michael Coyle, so y'all check that out as well. And don't forget, Sundays, Woody Wood and friends are always here. And that's something you definitely don't want to miss if you get a chance. All right, love y'all, blessings, and I'll see you next time.
I